welcome to A Novel Console, your weekly podcast where we talk about books, games, food, and stuff that caught our attention during the week. My name is Chris, and with me is my beautiful co-host and wife, Karradyne.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
What was that?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I'm an owl today, apparently.
An owl? That sounds like an owl and a wolf mixed together.
And Luna when she was attacking the droid.
And her butthole was puckering.
Yes, it was the cutest thing ever.
It was blowing so many kisses. How are you doing today?
I'm all right. How are you?
You look exhausted.
I am.
We haven't slept at all.
We haven't. It feels like it, for sure. I thought surely staying up until 2 a.m. I would be able to sleep in. Nope. My body woke up right at 8 something. Like, hello, good day. Like, most days I wouldn't be mad about that because I don't like to sleep my day away. But I need sleep.
Your body was like, it's Sunday, go fuck yourself.
Yep, basically.
Yep.
So was yours.
Yep.
When you heard me moving around.
Yep. That annoys the fuck out of me. It wakes me up, and
well, I had to get up. So did the dog.
Yeah, the dog always needs to get up. And now that you ask, that you tried to ask, I am fine.
Okay, good.
I'm very happy right now.
You are?
Guess
because
why?
You have new mead.
I have mead, which is incredible. I just took a sip. This is the first sip I took.
It is very good.
It's so good. Mm-hmm. What was it? A little bit more expensive than the regular one?
Yeah, it is. Like $5.
It's worth it.
Yeah,
it's worth it. It's so good. It's so clean. It smells amazing. It tastes of apples slightly, which it has.
it's very tasty.
I would say the name, but I don't know exactly which one. I know it's Viking's Blood, and it's the brown bottle, right?
Well, there are 2 brown bottles though, because we've got a brown bottle empty on the counter right now for you to put up on the...
Yes, that one is Odin's beard or something like that. That one has cloves.
I thought the Odin one was the white bottle.
I'm not sure. Anyways, this is incredible. Let me just take another sip.
Okay.
But that's not why I'm doing so good.
Why are you doing so well?
What am I sitting on?
Oh, your new chair. Your early Christmas present. From one of our beloved listeners. Your mom. Well, it's true.
Yeah. It is a Von Racer 440 capacity.
Because he's a big boy.
Chair.
Not that heavy, but you're a big boy.
Yeah. No, I was like the wheels, the steel base for the wheels it's steel. It's heavy as fuck. The whole chair is hefty and heavy as fuck.
Let's be real. There are a lot of gaming boys out there who are some hefty boys.
Yeah. Like
hefty.
This chair is incredible. I worked from home Friday, and
did you ask to work at home so that you could sit in that chair all day long?
So that I could test it. Yeah. Usually, when I work from home in the other chair that I had to stand up a lot. I had to stretch. I had to fluff my butt because it would fall asleep.
It was a very uncomfortable chair.
Yeah. This one, I sat here the entire day.
It's a very nice chair. And it has rose gold stuff on it.
It does.
It's girly.
A very, very nice chair. So, one of the things keeping me from streaming, pretty much the biggest thing keeping me from it, was the chair. Because sitting in that chair for 20 minutes was fucking painful. So I think with this one, I should be able to start soon. Yeah. So
that's exciting.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Might leave it for the new year, but definitely coming soon.
It's not like the new year is very far away.
Yeah, exactly. It's like 3 weeks away. Hey, anyways, if this is your first time or 120th time coming into the show, welcome. We're glad you're joining us for an episode of A Novel Console. We hope you stick around, have some laughs, and maybe find some new things to enjoy. If you want to reach out to us, you can do it on our socials, which is basically at A Novel Console on every platform, or you can email us directly at anovelconsole@gmail.com. Or if you would like to support us, you can do it at patreon.com/novelconsole. I know there are some people that are new listening because our listens have been going like crazy lately.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I don't know if it was that we took that week off or if there really are new people listening, but thank you for listening. We enjoy...
whoever you are.
Yes, just if you want to get a shout out on the show or send in an email or whatever, just anovelconsole@gmail.com. We'd love to have you. You have
Do you
something?
want to mention our YouTube-ness?
That's pretty not important. I mean,
We have a good chunk of listeners on YouTube, don't we?
we actually
It's really
do.
random
Yeah, it's
as
weird.
fuck, actually.
Hey, if you're listening to this on YouTube, just comment. I'm a YouTube listener
Yes.
on YouTube. So YouTube gave us the option now to update our URL. So now our URL is youtube.com/@anovelconsole.
It's weird that the at symbol is in there.
Super weird.
That's really weird to me.
But yeah, it's going to get updated on the cart link. So if you guys want to listen on YouTube and you don't know how to find it, you don't feel like typing it in, just go through the cart link. It's going to be there, the correct one.
Anywho,
Yeah.
you can also tell your friends to check out the show and give us even more listens. Thank you. You can leave us a review on most platforms like Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. Reviews help us be more discoverable. And thank you to everyone who had us show up on your Spotify Wrapped. That was pretty cool.
Yes.
We were not on mine because I don't listen to podcasts.
We weren't on mine either. Because
I'm a podcaster who doesn't listen to podcasts.
I listen to other podcasts more.
Yeah. Okay, we also have our own Novel Console Discord. If you want to join, send us an email or check out our Twitter and look for the pinned tweet.
Yes. So
Sponsored by Elon Musk.
ugh. No,
I would take
don't.
his money.
I wouldn't.
I would.
I wouldn't.
I
out
would
of
take his
principle.
money.
Like, no.
He offers you money, you would take it.
Fuck no, I won't.
I would make you take it.
I'll believe you.
I'd pretend to be you and take it.
I would beat you. I wouldn't beat you. You're my wife. Why would you key your own car? It's your belonging. Your thing.
What?
Never mind.
Yeah, just like the other night when you told me I was driving your car like I own it, and I do halfway own it. Thank you, motherfucker. Because that was something we agreed to do even before we got married. We did that before we were married.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I did tell you that you were driving my car like you owned it. Hey, we have something important. We have the Backlog of Doom Part 7 winners.
We do.
So, do you remember the books that you volunteered?
Vaguely.
Do you want to read them off the screen? Just read them off the screen.
No, I want to do it from memory.
Okay.
I Am Malala.
By-
The Golden Compass. Oh, no, I'm not telling authors.
Okay.
One More Thing.
Uh-huh.
There were two more.
Yep.
Two more.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. I have no idea.
One by Robin Lefevers
Grave Mercy.
and one by Christopher Paolini.
Oh, The Fork, the Witch, and the Worm. Yeah, those.
Yeah.
I know. Only one book got votes, right? Right? Win by landslide.
It won by majority votes, but there was The Fork, the Witch, and the Worm had votes.
How many?
I don't know. I don't want to download the thing. I Am Malala had votes. The Golden Compass had votes. But
One More Thing won. Of course it did.
One More
I
Thing.
wanted the Golden Compass to win.
Well, you can still read it on your
I
own.
know. Obviously, I own all of these books. I'm going to read them on my own. Well, except for that one time when I read the description, it was really stupid, and I got rid of it immediately. Anyway, what did you get?
So before that, it's One More Thing, Stories and Other Stories by B.J. Novak. And I think it won because of that joke.
Because of Discord? Because of the joke.
The joke that it was written by Blowjob Novak.
Oh my God, that's not why it won. I can't with you.
Champ likes it, so he said it's going to be fun.
He said, I'm going to think it's stupid.
I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see.
I mean, things you think are cool, I think are stupid. And things that I think are cool, you think are stupid. So
We'll see.
Anyways, so for my games, I had One Piece Pirate Warriors 4, Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes, Token Rambo Warriors, Warriors All-Star, Warriors Orochi 4 Ultimate. And Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes won, and like you, I'm a little bit disappointed.
Oh boy.
I kind of wanted One Piece to win, even though I was so confused reading that story synopsis.
You would have been even more confused playing it, I'm sure.
It's like, who the fuck are these people?
What is happening?
Like, why do they all stretch? Why is that one on fire?
Bless it.
But yeah, Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes won. So gonna continue it. Hopefully
Woo-woo.
finish it.
Okay.
So I'm saying
The end of January?
Yeah, mid to end.
Okay.
Whenever we have them read and played.
Okay.
I think you're
Yeah,
probably,
we were severely delayed last time.
Yeah, I think you're probably gonna have them yours. at
Yeah, it's
least
pretty
read.
short.
Yeah, especially if you do audio.
Oh, why would I do audio
I don't know,
when I have a physical copy?
You're weird.
It's probably read by him, isn't it? Probably.
Maybe. Anyways, okay. So, do you want to go ahead and tell me what you did yesterday before we get into our reading place?
Yes, yesterday I went to a book signing and I squealed a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It was Neal Shusterman, the author of the Arc of a Scythe series, and he has already written Thunderhead, and I've already read Thunderhead, so don't even say anything.
Did he ask you when you were going to read Thunderhead?
No, he did not ask me when I was going to read Thunderhead, but he did make me want to read all of his other books, except for Dry, because it was too dry, and I couldn't do it.
I kind of regret not going because I wanted to get a video of him asking you to read the Thunderhead.
Oh my gosh. Well, see, I don't think he would have been willing to do that because he's not willing to pose for photos. You were allowed to take candid photos like Marla took of me, but he is very strict about not posing for photos. He also is the reason that we were forced to buy a copy day of. Yes, you had to show the receipt and everything. I'm like, okay. Apparently, I kind of got the vibe that he's a little... What's the word I'm looking like? Particular and maybe
Anal.
a bit anal and demanding. But I also really appreciate it. Like, so they made us line up. We were in, you know how Barnes and Noble has like the nook with music and vinyls and everything and movies. So they had that whole area cleared out and had a little table set up in the middle with his books on it. And
It was a small table.
very small table. But they had us line up, and then all of a sudden, this girl starts bringing over chairs and putting them out in front of the table. She's like, "Change of plans!" And this guy that we'd spoken to several times, he's like, "Yeah, guys, Neal just let us know that he wants to do a reading, and we're gonna set up some chairs for everybody." So we sat down. He sure enough, he did a reading,
What did he read?
and he took questions. He read the first story in Gleanings, and then he read a story about a major character, which I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of irked that he read that, knowing that most of us had probably not read this book yet, and it is about a major character, like his backstory. I'm like, really, Neal? Are you fucking serious right now? Plus, Marla and I were both like, he read this first story, and it's really short. His daughter wrote it, so cute, whatever. And then we see him flip to the middle of the book, and we're like, oh, we're going to do another one. Like, I appreciate that he wants to do this, but this is also not what we signed up for. And, of course, the second story is, like, long. And I'm sitting here knowing in my head, like, thinking about the dog story that's, like, 50 pages long. I'm like, dear God, I hope this is still a moderately short story that he's reading to us. And the question and answer portion was really cool because I'm just going to take up our whole intro telling this.
It's fine.
Somebody asked what sparked the idea for Scythe, and he was explaining that one of his other book series, Unwind, that I have not read, is dystopian, and it's about like unwanted teenagers being harvested for their body parts.
Nice.
Or their body parts being harvested, I guess I should say. Anyway.
They're harvesting teenagers to put body parts in them.
And he's just like, and it came out the same day as the Hunger Games. So, and that was when the whole dystopian thing was like super crazy popular, like Twilight, but apocalyptic. I don't know. Twilight was super crazy popular. It was ridiculous how popular Twilight was.
Though.
I know, but I'm just like the same like level fad, you know?
Right.
And it's all around the same time ish. But yeah, so he was saying that for like he wanted to write another dystopian story that wasn't dystopian. Like he wanted to break the mold and not do the same old thing. Society's gone wrong and teenagers have to fix it. So he started looking into basically like a utopia, like what is a realistic utopia if we've done everything right. And then he started looking into life extension and that like anti-aging process, and was like, okay, so if we're able to get rid of aging and sickness and hunger and like poverty and everything, then we're gonna have way too many people. What are we gonna do? Like, he's like, oh, the government will regulate the population. No, that's too dystopian. And he's like, oh, the AI systems will regulate population. Nope, also too dystopian. We got 2001: A Space Odyssey right there.
We got fucking I Have No Mouth.
Yeah. I Am Robot. Right?
No.
No?
I think you're thinking Minority Report.
Oh, I don't think I saw Minority Report. It's been too long since I saw
We should watch the movie.
iRobot, not I Am Robot.
We should watch Minority Report, and I should play the game.
Oh, boy.
I have it.
Anyway, so then he's like, no. And then he's like, but I do need an AI. And that's how he came up with the Thunderhead. And he's like, it's going to be like the most benevolent, adorable thing.
Read.
Oh, my God. Anyway. And he's like, if you have like too much life, you've got to have the people that take it away still. And he's like, who could do this? And he's like,
Teenagers.
The Jedi could do it.
Oh.
The Jedi. So then he like started thinking about like how noble the Jedi are. And yeah, there we go. The Scythedom. The noble act of taking away. Yeah, killing. But like not wanting to do it, but understanding the need for it. And then obviously you got the bad eggs who want to go on killing rampages. Yeah. That was really cool. But then somebody was also like attacking him for another book. Like, it was so controversial. How do you deal with that? And he's like, I didn't feel that it was very controversial. I haven't gotten much feedback that it was. That was a little uncomfy. And then Marlo was a little baffled by how intense some people were. We were the first people in line. We got there 3 hours early. But we were the first people in line, and this guy got in line behind us. He's like, I drove up from Fort Myers for this. And we're just like, oh, boy. He's like, yeah, me and my sister, I have a book here for her, and we know who our scythe names would be. And we're both just like, oh, okay, cool.
Did he say what they would be?
His sister would be Scythe. I can't remember what he said. It was something with an M. He was weird.
What was his?
I don't remember.
What would your scythe name be?
Oh, I would love to be Scythe Tolkien or Scythe Austin. But I'm pretty sure Scythe Tolkien already existed because I think, if I remember correctly, I was super excited one day because he was mentioned as just like somebody off in the distance at one of their conclaves or something. I could be wrong. I don't think a Scythe Austin was mentioned, though.
I would be Scythe Levine. Levine? Would I? No.
Levine?
Yeah.
Like Adam Levine?
The director of BioShock.
Oh.
Or
Toriyama! Scythe
yes!
Toriyama!
Yes, or Miyamoto.
There you go. I think Scythe Toriyama.
Scythe Toriyama.
Yeah. Or who had the idea for Godzilla?
I think his last name was Goro.
Scythe Goro?
Let me see.
Scythe Inosuke!
Godzilla, no.
Oh.
Creator. Tomoyuki Tanaka.
Scythe Tanaka?
No, I'll be Scythe
Toriyama?
Toriyama.
Okay.
I'm so excited for next week.
Bless it.
You need to start reading. Anyways, anything else you want to say about meeting your heroes?
No, it was fun. I had a good time.
Good. All right. So what time is it now?
You ain't got nothing to say?
Well, no, that's it.
Okay.
We're going to have a short intro so we can get into our read and plays.
Okay. Let's do this.
All right. So this is read and plays.
All right, so one of the books that I am currently reading and have been reading, let's see here. According to Goodreads, I started this book. Oh boy. When do you think I started this book?
A long time ago.
Like how long ago?
6 months ago.
No, not that long. No, it's not that bad. I started this book on September 24th.
Oh, that's not bad.
It is December 4th.
It could be worse.
It definitely could be. So this is Darling Girl, Peter Pan retelling by Liz Mikulski. I am a VIP rep, I guess you could say, for Once Upon a Book Club, which I can't remember if I've talked about on here before, but it's a bookish subscription box that is like a unique reading experience where they give you 4 gifts from each book, that like whatever the chosen book of the month is, and like on certain pages it tells you to open the thing.
Right. Right.
And it's always something that's like on the page. So like for instance, in this book, this woman's developing like makeup and skincare stuff. So there's like this pink sparkly shit, and you open a little container of pink sparkly shit to put on your face.
It's like the cheapest thing in the world.
Yeah, typically. Although the second gift in this box was really cool. It was a nice like Peter Pan nightlight that's shaped like a book, I think. Yeah. Anywho, so I don't know if we've ever discussed this, but I really fucking hate Peter Pan. I have never really enjoyed Peter Pan.
Except for
I
the
watched
ride.
it as a kid. I will go on the ride. I don't want to wait in the long line for it that it typically always has, because you know it's a flying ride. I also don't like the Little Mermaid. It was funny yesterday. The guy who was coordinating the event, he was like, "Oh my gosh, did you guys come in when Jodie Benson was here signing books?" I was like, "I don't like the Little Mermaid," and he was just like, "What?" I was like, "I've heard she is one of the nicest people in the world, but I fucking hate the Little Mermaid so much." And he was just like appalled. He was kind of like an alt rock Nate.
Oh,
Red
boy.
hair and everything,
Oh,
and
boy,
piercings,
that's
but like
funny.
super, super, super gay. He was so offended. But I fucking hate Peter Pan. I have tried to read so many Peter Pan retellings. Like everybody fucking recommends to me the Christine Henry books. I'm sure we'll have a listener be like, "Oh, I love those books," because they come so highly recommended. But I fucking hate Peter Pan.
Did you try reading those books?
Yes.
Were they bad?
I couldn't.
Christine Henry
I
book?
DNF'd it.
The Christine Henry book?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Fucking hate.
Ugh.
Hate. Anyway, so I'm a rep for this company, and they did a VIP appreciation month where you could pick any of their past boxes.
And they would send you a box?
Yes. And I heard so many good things about this book. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to give one more Peter Pan retelling one more chance. Fuck that shit. It's the biggest fucking mistake of my life. There are no fucking trigger warnings in this goddamn book. There is, Peter Pan is a rapist. He is a rapist. I'm just going to spoil the whole goddamn thing because it is a children's story that they have turned him into a drunken, nasty monster.
So like,
And there is
the
no
Peter Pan.
content warning.
So it's like the Peter Pan in the Chip and Dale's movie, in the Rescue Rangers movie.
Yes, yes. I forgot about that. Yes, it is that Peter Pan.
Is he voiced by Will Arnett too?
I'm going to have to read it that way in my head now. He is a fucking creepy ass rapist. There is like some really intense, questionable things going on with children. Oh my God. It's so disturbing. And he's like targeted every girl in the Darling family over years and years and years. Like he fucking raped Wendy, and now he's raped her granddaughter, and he had a child with her. Yes, and now he's like supposedly stolen the child. And who God only knows, he probably got her turned into some disturbing incestual sex slave in Neverland.
Is this Darling Girl?
Yes.
Ugh.
This is Darling Girl. Darling as in the name Darling, not a darling girl.
Okay.
But also like the main character, it's Wendy's granddaughter. She is so fucked up and oh man, it's a wild fucking ride.
Are you gonna finish it?
Yeah, I'm close enough to the end that I can't stop now.
Wow, that's insane.
Yeah.
Anything else you
done?
got to say about it?
No, I'm good. I'm
Okay.
good.
So I am playing something that I didn't think I was gonna enjoy.
Which one?
Pokemon Scarlet.
I was about to say, I know it's not God of War.
No. I'll talk about. I have a lot to say about that actually. Pokemon Scarlet. So, just to be clear, I prefer Digimon over Pokemon, which is not a common train of thought, right? I played Pokemon Gold, Heart Gold for the show. I gave it a decent score, but by the time that I got to the second half of the game, I was like, I'm ready for this shit to be over. I'd have played a little bit of Pokemon Ultra Sun, and I think I put in like an hour. And I played Pokemon Legends Arceus, which is the one that came out this year that people were like, it's so fucking incredible. It's so good. It's open world Pokemon. It's everything you've ever wanted.
Woo!
I played like 2 hours of it and put it down because they would just not stop talking and let me go out and catch Pokemon.
How dare they?
I started this game, Scarlet, about a week ago. And I started it. I got my starter, which I got Fuecoco, because he looks like he has nothing going on between his eyes. He looks like he has a soft head and needs a helmet to protect himself. And he is the most wonderful boy, and he deserves all the love and to be protected. He also looks like a little ghost pepper. He's beautiful.
A ghost pepper?
He's beautiful.
Oh,
He's the prettiest little Pokemon. His evolutions suck, but he is the cutest. Anyways, I picked him. And today, I finally did my first battle. I caught my first Pokemon, and they're like, oh, this is where we're going. Just get there. I was like, okay. And they let me explore till I could not explore anymore. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I had so much fun. I had so much fun just exploring.
Where does the little mouse come in?
Well, oh, that's one of the Pokemons I caught.
It was your Pokemon?
Yes, it's one of my Pokemons. I showed it to you, the little Pikachu.
Yes, I thought it was the person who was attacking you.
No, the Pokemon's called Palmy. It's a little mouse electric type Pokemon, so it's this game's Pikachu, even though you can get Pikachu. And there's this function that the game has where you can just throw a Pokemon out and it will go attack other Pokemons around and grab items and whatever. And that's kind of like a way to race your experience faster, which is great because there's a bunch of Pokemon out in the world that you can catch and whatnot. This little Palmy, right? It's an electric type. So I threw it in a pond where there was a Psyduck. And there was a little other Pokemon. I think it's Asumero's previous evolution. So this Pokemon beat the shit out of Psyduck. The little Pokemon ran away, and fucking Palmy jumped out of the lake and chased him down and took him the fuck out. It was the funniest thing I have seen in a video game in a long time.
That's amazing.
It was fucking hilarious. It's great. The game does run like dog shit. The frames drop like fucking crazy. There's a shit ton of pop-in. Pop-in is when stuff starts popping into existence. So let's say you're walking and you start seeing like trees and plants and Pokemon and shit popping up that you couldn't see before until you got closer to it. Other than that, I had fun. Because my goal was like, okay, I'm going to play enough so that I can redeem this code. And after I redeem it, I'm done. I redeemed the code and I played for like another 2 more hours. I'm having fun with a Pokemon game.
That's awesome.
So I think I'm going to continue this because I'm having fun.
Good.
So, it runs like shit. It looks like shit.
It looks cute to me. There's
the cutest Pokemon in this game that I found. It is called, let me see. It is it this one? Deerling.
Deerling? Oh, it's adorable! Oh,
But
it's so cute.
I'm going to show you a Pokemon, and you're going to see that the people at Game Freak are running out of ideas for Pokemon designs.
Oh, boy.
Let me see here. That's misspelled. Here we go. What is this?
That's just a fucking flamingo.
That's a Pokemon.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah,
That's just a flamingo.
Read the name.
I can't see it.
Flamigo.
Are you serious? Yeah, no. That's a flamingo.
It's a straight up fucking flamingo.
That is a straight up flamingo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm having fun with Pokemon Scarlet. It's I'm never gonna play Violet, but it's okay. I'm fine with that.
Didn't you buy Violet though?
Yeah, I bought the 2-pack.
Oh
Came with
boy.
both, so.
Why wouldn't you play it then?
I should play it because Weiss is in it, but cave woman maternal figure. So,
Okay.
anyways, what's your next book?
My next book is Exes and O's by Amy Lee.
It's not by Rob Schneider's daughter.
No, it's not by Rob Schneider's daughter.
Meghan
and
Trainor?
It's not Meghan Trainor. Meghan Trainor is not his daughter.
Sure?
I get, it's Elle Kennedy, right? Isn't that her name?
I don't know.
No, they're two different people. Anyway, I got to be careful with this one because it doesn't come out until January 10th. But I think, I can't remember if I talked about Set on You on the show. It's about a plus size fitness influencer, and she meets a guy who's inspired by Chris Evans. I really, really enjoyed it. It's a debut author. That was her debut novel. And she's actually a bookstagrammer that like I met before she even got the book deal. So that was cool. But he's one of my book boyfriend bookmarks.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So I really, really, really enjoyed that book last year. So thankfully I got approved for an ARC of the second book, which is about her sister, who is a bookstagrammer. Her fiance broke up with her, and now she's trying to like put her life back together and trust men again, and it's really adorable, and I love it, and there's books in it. There's books. I love books about books.
So is this like 1984 where you read a book within
about
a book?
No.
Because at one point in 1984, you're reading a book while you're reading the book.
No. I do imagine that if you had turned out to be a really horrible person and left me before we got married, that this would be me. But a nurse. I could never be a nurse. Ever. Never. No. Big no.
So is this book good, or is it...
It's adorable. I love it so far.
What books do they talk about in the book?
She's a big romance reader, but she hasn't specifically... Has she specifically referenced any so far? She talks about bookstagram things, like her book stack photo and him getting mad at her for leaving books all over the place in the apartment, her new roommate.
Do I get mad at you for leaving books all over the place?
Sometimes you get irritated on where I choose to leave them. Like in your spot on the couch.
My side on the bed.
Your side on the bed. Yeah. Those two places
That's
specifically.
That's the one that annoys me the most. Yeah. My side on the bed.
Yeah. The kitchen counter.
I don't care.
Sometimes they get in the way.
They
I normally don't put them up there, but it's just the high part, not the actual counter space that we use. That would be weird. I don't want them to be chopped.
Chicken juice.
Oh, Lord. I have to burn them.
So anything you want to say else about this book, or are you just going to cut it there?
It's really cute. You should all read it when it comes out on January 10th. Yay.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything other than what I've already said.
So my next game that I played, I actually played it today for a little bit. I played it for like an hour.
Pokemon!
No.
Pokemon!
My plan today was to play Pokemon.
Uh-huh.
Play Sonic Frontiers, which is the one I'm going to talk about, and play Callisto Protocol. But I didn't have time to play Callisto Protocol. We had some friends come over. You know.
What about Valkyrie Elysium?
That game fucking sucks.
I see it on the TV.
That game is goddamn trash.
Free update is now live. Valkyrie Elysium 11 something 2022. The screen has started to go dark from inactivity.
So Valkyrie Elysium, I gave it a 2 out of 10.
Woo!
I played 2 hours of it.
Woo!
And I quit it.
Woo!
I traded it in.
He DNF'd it.
I hopped off that game so hard. That game was trash. Because it's like Square's attempt at a Devil May Cry game, but they're not doing it right. It's fucking terrible. Now they have the sequel, some sort of whatever remake of the PSP game coming out this month. It's called Valkyrie Profile Lenneth. That one I am going to grab because that is an RPG and that one's good. But anyways, I wanted to play Callisto Protocol. I wasn't able to, so if we don't get Dragon Ball in next week, I'll talk about it next week. But I played Sonic Frontiers. Thrak bought this game when it came out, and I've been playing over the past few weeks. I've been going through the Gears of War franchise with him, and he's talked about this game to me a bit, and I get what he's saying. And my first instinct playing this game is hate it.
Really?
Hate it. But I don't. It's different. It's very weird. It doesn't feel like Sonic. It feels like Sonic is out from... It feels like Sonic doesn't belong here. The world looks very Death Stranding-ish. So, bunch of ruins, nature, high-tech shit, stuff that shouldn't kind of like be there together, but it is for some reason. And there's a lot of rails everywhere. There's a lot of boosters. There's ginormous fucking robot monsters that you need to fight, which some of them are a pain in the ass, and I actually fucking hate them. But there are some really fun ones. There was one that was kind of like a flying manta ray, and in the back it had kind of like a scarf, and you would jump on the scarf and run towards its head. So while it was flying at high speeds, you were running on the scarf at the same time. And it would turn around and start shooting you. So you would have to jump from rail to rail to avoid the shots. And then when you got up to it, it would form a platform and you would attack it while it was trying to attack you and whatnot. That fight was a lot of fun. That was super creative because at one point, like, the manta ray does like a loop under a bridge. And then it does a giant corkscrew. So it's like a ginormous corkscrew like happening, and you see like your little Sonic just running all over it.
Bless him.
It's so fucking cool.
Bless him.
Like, honestly, my first thought when I started this was turn it off, take the fucking disc out, do something else. It's not worth it. And I started enjoying it. And as I put a little bit more time into it, it started feeling better and better. Like there's these orbs that you can get that you give to some creature that levels up your speed, it levels up your health, your attack, everything. And you can actually unlock abilities based on some sort of currency that the robots that you kill drop. And the abilities are fucking cool as hell. There's one there where you jump and you hold one of the bumpers. Sonic just starts like kicking sonic booms at the enemy. So you can make short work of enemies that way.
Boom,
And like,
boom, boom.
there is a sense of speed in the game that is excellent. I wish it was a little bit faster, like Sonic in the overworld moved faster, but it feels great how it is right now. And there are like classic Sonic levels where you're either running behind Sonic or you're watching him run on a side-scrolling platform. I wish the side-scrolling, the camera would pan out more, because the thing about side-scrolling Sonic levels is that they have multiple paths. So you might miss one that you should have taken because there's a collectible there, and then you're going to have to replay the whole thing. Behind the camera ones are just perfect. Peak Sonic gameplay design. I get why Thrak likes the game so much now. And at first, like I said, I didn't, but good.
Makes sense now.
It's fun. Yeah, it's fun.
Good.
So I did get this game on Switch when it released. And then last week during Black Friday, they lowered it to like $40. And I had some trade-ins that I had. So I just traded it in and got it for free for PS5. So it's good. Good. I'm happy about that. Double dipping on Sonic Frontiers.
Very nice.
All right. So what's your last book?
My last book is Gleanings by Neal Shusterman. It is a collection of short stories in the Arc of a Scythe series. And
sorry, I had myself muted. Is one of those stories Thunderhead?
no, Lord help me, Jesus. One of them is kind of from the Thunderhead's point of view. One of the ones that I've read so far.
Okay.
But anywho, so I'm currently reading this one. It's the reason he was at Barnes & Noble yesterday doing the signing. And I struggled with this yesterday because two people asked me, because I was one of the few people who actually started reading it. I haven't finished it. They were asking me if it was good. And I was like, it's not bad by any means. It is good, but it is not the same. Oh my gosh, I can't put this down. This is so fucking good. Because he's
But didn't you
also
say it's kind of like an anthology?
no,
It's kind of like Scythe anthologies or something.
no.
Bunch of little stories that have nothing to do with each other.
I mean, what is the technical definition of an anthology? I'm struggling
Okay.
with remembering exactly what makes an anthology.
Let's see.
It's like yeah.
Okay. Public collections of poems or other pieces of writing. A published collection of songs or musical compositions issued in one album. Let's see. The definition of an anthology is a book with many writings by only one author. An example of an authority is a book that contains many of Shakespeare's plays. An anthology is a collection of music from one artist. An example of an anthology is the collection titled The Beatles Anthology.
Okay, yeah.
So technically, yes.
Sort of, but he's got a lot of stories that he collaborated with other authors for.
Gotcha.
And I think that's one of the reasons why it's not hitting home quite the same as the books, because it doesn't always feel like him to me.
I see.
Like the trilogy, there was just like a very distinct feel to his writing. And like one of the recent stories I read, which I think is one that he actually didn't collaborate on, it didn't feel like him at all. I don't know. It was just weird. Like the sentence structure was weird. The word choice was not as sophisticated as I feel like it normally is. I don't know. It's still fairly entertaining. There's a cool story about a dog who is
that one that you told me about that story.
and
That story is pretty great.
Than the
It's a
scythe.
scythe dog. His name is what's a famous dog?
What?
What's a famous dog?
Doug,
Apollo.
I guess.
What was the dog that went into space that the Russians sent into space?
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember.
Darth Doug.
Oh my gosh. And then you get some backstories for scythes that we do know from the stories, like backstory for Scythe Curie, backstory for Scythe Goddard, which is what he fucking read, which I was
Mad.
fairly irritated with him.
I could just picture you sitting there like,
and the thing is, I was on the
and
front row in the middle,
flailing your arms like
seriously, what the hell, dude? What the hell? After we were all standing in line, like, no spoilers, and then here he comes out.
It's like all the scythes die.
I can't. But no, it's fun to like go back into that world, and now I have a signed copy personalized to me.
Nice.
For me.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm enjoying it. Some of the stories are a little bit longer than I would care for because I like short chapters, and some of these stories are long. Like, come on, Neal. Come on. And like, I know his son co-wrote some of them. I don't know. We'll see what my rating is at the end, but anywho.
What's it looking like so far?
So far, we're probably sitting at a 4.
Out of 5?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I gave the trilogy 5 across the board.
Well, 4 out of 5 is still 8 out of 10.
Yeah, it's still pretty good. Anywho, what's your last book game thing?
God of War Ragnarök.
Oh, boy.
That of boy Ragnarok.
Boy.
This game took me around 32 hours to beat, and I didn't get the true ending because by the time that I killed the last bad guy, I was over the fucking game.
That's sad.
I am going to say most of the reviews were right. This game does dawdle a lot. It just like stalls for no fucking reason. Like there's a mission where you're doing something to get a weapon, and they're like, "Oh, this bridge is broken. Can you grab me some of that orb?" And you get it. Can you grab me some of that other orb? And you get it. Can you get me some of that other orb? And you get it. Like, what's the fucking point? You just wasted 10 minutes. Like,
That's pretty annoying.
couldn't it have been just get some of that orb and that's it, or just have the bridge not fucking be broken, right? That would have been better. But I didn't play this game because of the combat. I didn't play this game because of these annoying moments.
Because of the story.
I didn't push through because of that. I pushed through because of the story, the main characters. It's Ragnarok.
Yeah, like last night when I called you for help, and you're like, I'm story. And you hung up on me.
It's like, I was watching the ending. And you're like, Kim, help me. I'm like, no, fuck off. Help yourself.
Excuse you.
I love you. Anyways, this game, I don't like the combat in this new God of War series. It annoys the fuck out of me that Kratos is 7 feet tall. He weighs almost 800 pounds, swings around an axe that must weigh at least 70 pounds, and he smacks regular ass enemies in the face with this axe, and they shrug it off. Like, they just keep going forward.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Like, that is, I don't give a, sorry, I bumped the mic. I don't give a fuck who you are. If you get hit in the face by a 70-pound axe, you are going to feel that. You are going to stagger. You're not going to shrug that shit off. So that annoyed the fuck out of me, especially with the special enemies that you have to kill, because there's like a set of special enemies that you have to kill. There's 12 of them, 13 including the last one. Just like in the previous game, there were 9 Valkyries you had to kill. It annoys the fuck out of me that you can swing on them nonstop and they will just shrug it off. Like, I started this game on normal, right? I fought a couple of enemies and I was like, I'm not having fun. I took it down to easy. A little bit further on, I was again having that feeling of I am not having fun. And I put it on story mode, which is very easy. And I still died like 3 times to some enemies.
What?
Like, I don't like the combat in this game. It's not great. Like, it plays fine. Like, the fights can be fun, but it is not deep. It's very superficial. And like, you're doing the same thing for 100 million times for 30 hours. I was over it. I was ready to put the game on and move on to something else. That being said, the story is so good. Kratos is such a good dad. He has grown so much as a father from the last game. He loves his son Atreus. And Atreus is no longer a little piece of shit. He is the person he's meant to be.
He was a piece of shit?
He was kind of a little piece of shit in the first game. For like 5 minutes. After that, he straightened out. I loved it. I loved their interactions. I loved Mimir, which is the decapitated head that Kratos has in his back pocket. Because he's always talking shit and like, you know, giving you exposition or story or whatever. And Atreus is very curious, so he's always asking him questions. So you get to hear a lot from Mimir. The cast of characters is great. There's 2 dwarves, Brock and Sindri. They are fantastic. They upgrade your equipment and your weapons and whatnot. There's the goddess Freya. She is a fucking badass. And Thor and Odin are incredible.
Thor is huge.
Thor is
He's
huge.
so chunky. And he had that belly gash that
And
you made me look at it, and it was nasty.
He's so damaged.
He's very damaged.
He's very emotionally damaged.
Oh.
Because of Odin. Odin is a flaming piece of shit in this game. And he is voiced and acted as if he was like some sort of mafia don or godfather or whatever. It is so freaking cool seeing him on screen. The way that he acts and he talks and like his mannerisms and everything. And then you have Thor just like being like this emotionally broken giant who's just good for killing and nothing else because that's what he thinks. And you have his daughter who's incredible. His wife, Sif, is kind of bland, but she's there. I mean, like there were so many times in this game where I was just like slack-jawed because of the story and like the set pieces and shit that happens. Like everything about this game that's not combat or exploration, I completely enjoyed. Like the puzzles I didn't care for, but honestly, I really enjoyed my time with this game. I wish it would have been a lot shorter than 30 hours. I would have to give this game an 8 out of 10.
It's pretty damn good.
I'm never going to play this game again. Maybe someday I'll go back and finish the story. Like actually see the true ending, but I'm fine with it. I'm fine with what I saw.
That's what matters.
God of War Ragnarok. Boy.
Finally. You played that for a long time.
I did. I started this game before I left for California.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you played it for a long time.
And I couldn't play it while I was in California, and I didn't play it until like the Tuesday after I came back from California.
I was tired.
And shit that we had to do.
Yeah.
So. All right. So, do we want to do garbage?
I suppose. Granted, I must admit, I don't remember much of this meal.
I do remember one thing.
What?
We'll talk about it in garbage.
Okay.
What time is it?
It's time for Give Me the Garbage.
All right. That is Give Me the Garbage.
This week's restaurant is J-Petal in Orlando, Florida. I do not know if this is a chain, but I don't think it is. It might be.
I don't think it is either, but it might be.
Yeah. So we first heard of this place. It was very random
It was so
and
funny.
somewhat unfortunate, but also hilarious. So our friends Sarah and Saimata had come over to hang out with Chris while I was in Georgia. And on my way back from Georgia, he's like, yeah, Sarah and Saimata are coming back over. And I was like, what? Because they live like really far away.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, they had ordered food while they were here. And then they ordered food again tonight and forgot to turn their location back to home. And they were like, ooh, new restaurant, J-Petal. This looks amazing. And they ordered it. And it was being delivered to our apartment instead of their abode, which is about 45 minutes to an hour away. Oh boy. So that's how we first heard about it. Well, I think we'd both noticed it before, but didn't know what it was.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I thought it was like a flower
Me too.
place.
I thought it was a flower shop.
So then you started this job and you're closer to that area and decided
Yep.
to try it for lunch one day.
I had to go to FedEx to ship something out.
Yeah, and it's like right across from there.
It's next,
Next
to it.
to?
It's like
Oh yeah,
the
because
door next
FedEx
door.
moved. It used to be over next to the Starbucks.
And so I was like, I got time. I got money for lunch. Let me get some J-Petal. And
You were obsessed.
so here's the thing. I ordered the beefy bowl, which is
Bulgogi.
no, it's like a straight up beef bowl with like edamame and whatnot. Let me see if I can find their menu. Okay, let's see, because I want to tell you exactly what that beef bowl has. Looks like Grubhub has it. Let's see here. Here we go. The beefy bowl. It has beef, onions, cilantro, edamame, carrots, avocado, cilantro, tempura flakes, and white sauce. I thought that this was going to be a small bowl, so I asked for a double. And,
Oh boy.
and when they gave me the bag was heavy as fuck. I was like,
Oh boy.
I don't know if the container and the shit inside of it is heavy or if they just gave me a lot of food. I get to work and I open it and I start eating and I'm eating and I still don't reach the bottom of the bowl.
And you realize they gave you a fuck ton of food.
And I'm like, this is a shit ton of food. It was incredible. It was so good. So then I went another day and I was like, I'm just going to get the Hawaiian Classic Bowl, which is fresh tuna, green and sweet onions, cucumber, avocado, tempura flakes, sesame seed, red tobiko, jalapeno, sweet chili, and cilantro sauce on white rice. And I didn't ask for a double. They gave me the bag and it was still heavy. Like, oh, fuck.
It's a lot of food.
So the beefy bowl is $14. The Hawaiian Classic is $16. You pay for what you get.
What was the bowl that I got?
You got the shrimp and crab, right?
Yeah.
So it was
What's in it?
shrimp, spicy crab, mango, masago, cucumber, avocado, sesame seeds, shredded nori, tempura flakes, unagi, and spicy mayo sauce on a choice of base on white rice. So
Yeah, white rice.
unagi, if I'm not mistaken, unagi is eel.
I swear I didn't taste any eel in that thing.
Yeah, so you probably wouldn't have because it's very thin and whatnot. Anyways, I didn't try yours.
You didn't.
No, how was
Because shrimp and crab. So I definitely would build my own bowl next time.
it? Because of the mango.
Because of the
and
mango
cucumber?
and the cucumber. The cucumber was strong as... I mean, I know cucumbers normally get a little overpowering, but it was way too overpowering. And I do not like mango at all. But sometimes I can tolerate it if it's like a little, like faint. No.
See, I
no.
think that they do give you like hefty slices of
It's
cucumber.
way too hefty. Cucumber and mango.
I think cucumber does the same thing as grass. When you peel it, when it goes into the stress, it releases.
Toxins.
No, it's like a hormone or something.
Screams.
Yeah, it screams.
It's screaming.
It screams, and that's why it's so heavy because they not only do they chop it, they peel off part of the skin of it.
Yeah.
So that just makes that flavor
Oh, God,
more
it's
intense.
awful. It's like celery. Oh,
Cucumber tastes like the green part of a watermelon.
yeah. And I don't like watermelon either.
I wouldn't mind the mango. I think like if the mango is
Nope.
ripe and it's not green, it would be pretty good.
Nope. Nope.
I would put mango with that fresh tuna. That shit would be great.
Good for you.
I did like the Hawaiian Classic Bowl. I didn't like that the jalapenos were fresh. I am not a big fan of fresh jalapenos. And getting a bite that's just rice, jalapeno, and cucumber
Woo!
is very potent.
Bless
It is
it.
very fucking potent. But this tuna is fucking incredible.
The shrimp and the crab were really great.
It's so fresh. It's so sweet. It is so fucking good. It's a little bit spicy. Oh, it's so fucking good. It feels refreshing. Like
It really did, even with the things I didn't like about it.
it's heavy. It's a lot. They give you a fuck ton of it. And
The avocado was really nice. It was like perfectly ripened avocado.
and it's not like avocado slices. It's like an avocado puree, like
Yeah.
mashed.
But not guac.
Yeah. So even though it's a shit ton of food and it is very packed, even when you eat all of it, you just feel like
Satisfied.
you feel satisfied. You also don't feel heavy.
Yeah. Bloated.
Exactly. I love the Hawaiian Classic and I love the Beefy Bowl. The Beefy Bowl was incredible. They give you big chunks of beef and it's super tender. It's very juicy. It's great. And like that combination of edamame, carrots, and tempura flakes will always be a fucking winner. I love that combination so much. So I think this place is garbage.
I think I will once I can go back. I still think it's really, really good. I think it's like just below right now, only because I was stupid and ordered it just as it came.
I mean,
But it was still really, really good.
They give you the option to take stuff up.
Yeah,
or
I think
add.
I think next time I'll get that bowl without those two things, and then maybe see about building my own.
Okay.
Maybe.
So I really like this place a lot. I was kind of sad last week, so I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get some J-Petal, and I went there, and they're closed till the 3rd, so they should be open at some point this week.
Today?
No,
No, they're closed on Sundays.
I think so.
Oh.
They open on
Tomorrow.
They open on Wednesdays.
Tuesday. Wednesdays.
Yeah.
They're closed Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday?
Yeah, I think so. But it's great. It's a great place. I really, really like this place. There was something that I was going to say about it, but I completely forgot. I forgot. Anyways, they also have crepes, French
delicacies.
That day when Saimara and Sarah were here and they got theirs, it looked really good. And from these pictures, I could say that they're pretty good. There's one here called Fruit Island Crepe. It's strawberry, banana, kiwis, almond, vanilla ice cream, whipped yogurt, custard cream, and chocolate pocky. I would demolish that shit on my own. That sounds so good. And they all have like some sort of variation of fruits with ice cream, which if you have never had fruits with some sort of cream on them, please do yourself a favor and eat that, because fresh fruit with ice cream is incredible. And I found that out recently.
Bless it.
They also have boba teas, milk teas, and all that stuff. So J-Petal is fucking great. I think this place is garbage. And for those of you that don't know, new listeners, it goes, let me see here. It goes garbage, meh, okay, almost garbage, and God tier garbage. So garbage is technically the highest. Only one place has gotten God tier garbage, but it's because they are that good. So yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Anything else you want to say before we end the show?
Not today.
All right. Well, you want to say goodbye to everyone?
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.